Shout out to Off Highway Van. They followed me on Instagram and they work on high-end Sprinters. So Sprinters have been around for so long now in this country that now you could get one for about $11,000. Look who we have here. Agile Off-Road.
Oh, they're Sprinters. There's another Sprinter meet right here.
One of my uploads from last week, redefining van culture, got this comment. Is there a kit to raise my 2021 2500 rear-wheel drive Sprinter van? I gave him the heads up. Van Compass sells a 2-wheel drive Sprinter lift kit, and that's what it looks like with the lift kit and bigger tires. Looks good. The reputation, the stigma of off-road style Sprinters is they cost upwards of $100,000. In this case, $250,000, and snobby rich people drive them. Take a quick look at it. They are really nice when they're decked out. You want to see my van? It looks nothing like this. DIY interior. Almost $80,000 for a brand new Sprinter. I'm pretty sure that's the price most people have in their head when thinking about what a Sprinter costs. This Sprinter is just a basic van. No interior build, not off-road style. If you're new to my channel and researching Sprinters, this is my 1999 Ford Econoline E350. Lifted 2-wheel drive with the rear locker and DIY interior. I do lifted van meets. I started doing lifted van meets 4 years ago, and I always say you don't need a lifted van to join us. You don't even need to have a van to join us. No gatekeeping, everyone's welcome. And last November we ran into a Sprinter crew, Agile Off-Road, and I saw some of their videos circulating and they did not acknowledge my crew. Most of my crew were running lifted 2-wheel drive vans, so I think it would have been embarrassing for Agile Off-Road with their $200,000 plus vans to show our $20,000 and under vans doing the same thing that they were doing. They got their little convoy too. Not a little convoy, this one's big. Big convoy. Nice. Another van meet here. There are rich, snobby, gatekeeping Ford Econoline drivers, just like the Sprinter drivers. This is a Sportsmobile, a 2010 for $110,000. So here's a fancy version of a Ford Econoline van. That Sportsmobile Ford Econoline we just looked at, $110,000. This one right here, $6,000. So from $6,000 to $110,000. It's such a wide range of prices for these vans. Agile Off-Road not wanting to acknowledge my crew reminds me of a video I saw about 14 years ago. Sportsmobile, they were having a customers only meet. So when it comes to off-roading, camping, overlanding, that's the new word, there's always going to be gatekeeping. And that's why I made my video redefining van culture. That's why I started doing lifted van meets. No gatekeeping here. I just enjoy off-road vans. And every time I see an off-road style van, I try to wave at the person. And exactly one time did a 4-wheel drive owner wave back at me, and it happened to be a Sprinter driver. I'll share that too. But every Ford Econoline 4x4 owner that I've ever tried to wave at a stoplight or in a parking lot, they ignored me. And here's my theory. I think they resent me because I'm 2-wheel drive and I look almost as cool as them for a lot less money. So it's almost like they're like, yeah, you didn't spend enough to be cool. We spent 30 grand on our 4-wheel drive conversion and you spent a fraction of the cost. So, you know, that's my theory. I have a few 4x4 friends though, So they're not all snooty and snobby. There's a couple cool ones.
So we're here in the town of Bodie and we're getting started with our sportsmobile adventure. We're spending a little bit of time touring this beautiful old ghost town.
Once into the Death Valley National Park, we connected up with Saline Valley Road and continued north into the Saline Valley. And we had made the decision to put a camp, actually at an improved campground, at some hot springs in Saline Valley.
That comment I got asking me if there's a lift kit for two-wheel drive Sprinters inspired me. Now it made me do a deep dive into Sprinters. So Sprinters have been around for so long now in this country that now you could get one for about $11,000. And that's what most of us are spending on our 40 Econoline builds or express van builds, around the 10 grand range. And there you go, a Sprinter 2013 for $10,000. High miles though, about 200,000 miles. It's a six-cylinder diesel. So I'm not going to pretend I'm an expert on Sprinter vans, but just the fact that this has about 200,000 miles, it lasted a long time. Don't know the lifespan of these, but that $10,000 price was eye-opening. So there's a couple with high miles, 200,000 miles for about $10,000. So from what I know about these Sprinter vans, they do cost a lot to service. Not every car repair facility knows how to work on them, and that's why I'm a bigger fan of 40 Econoline vans, Chevrolet Express vans. But Sprinter drivers, let me know in the comments section, because there is a reputation for these vans. They cost a lot to maintain. Not everyone knows how to work on them, but now there's a $10,000 entry price for these. So you get one of these, put a two-wheel drive lift kit, and you're basically doing what me and my friends are doing. Me and my friends, I joke around all the time, and I've been doing this for more than a decade now. About 12 years ago, with my first van build, I said I'm budget sportsmobiling. So I was basically emulating what Sportsmobile was doing, creating an off-road style van on a budget, lifting a two-wheel drive Econoline versus having an expensive four-wheel drive conversion. You know, I have something I could sleep in. Like if I go on a long road trip, it's perfect. That's why I have it lifted for desert runs. It's kind of like a poor man's sports mobile van. For more than 10 years now, I've been the guy who's been budget sportsmobiling under $20,000 into my van build, emulating a $175,000 van. Do I have a Mercedes Benz Sprinter counterpart? Is there a Mercedes Benz Sprinter driver out there that lifted their two-wheel drive Sprinter? You have $20,000, $30,000 into your off-road Sprinter build, and you're emulating the $300,000 Sprinters for less money. I would love to meet my counterpart. If you exist, let me know in the comments, and you're welcome to join me at my meets. No gatekeeping at these meets. My last meet, I even had a Dodge ProMaster. Everyone's welcome. So 40 Econolines, they have their snooty, rich, snobby drivers, just like the Mercedes Benz Sprinter drivers. Now I want to meet the cool Sprinter drivers who want to lift the two-wheel drives, and they have a DIY build and they're not running a $200,000 build. Van Compass, you're welcome to come to my meets. The fella that runs full tilt off-road action van suspension, he's been lifting these 40 Econoline vans for more than 20 years now. He shows up at the meets and runs his two-wheel drive lift kit and his 40 Econoline van. He has confidence in his product where he goes off-roading and camping with us. Van Compass, it would be cool if you guys could do a demo with your lifted two-wheel drive Sprinter. So let me know in the comments section if you're a Sprinter driver and you're just finding this channel. You guys are welcome to hang out with us. See all those videos and pictures on Instagram with the Jeep guys? We're at the same spot. We won the day. In Vans, all of us are two-wheel drive. End of the line. Our Vans are too porky to fit in here. I think only dirt bikes. Maybe my Geo could fit in here. But I think the Jeeps are too wide for this too. This Jeep and Tacoma crew are going where we just came from. Did it in lifted Vans, two-wheel drive. These guys are all 4x4.
It does sound like a V10.